get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family's straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family's straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And y'all make sure you hit that like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I'm drinking on some Crown Vanilla mixed with root beer tonight. I'm back with the Crown and the root beer combination and stuff like that. But if you have any suggestions what I should try next, y'all hit the comment below, man. Let me know what I should try next, man. And do something a little different, you know what I mean? We all know that the 4th is coming up. I hope you guys have a safe 4th of July. I know a lot of fireworks going, barbecuing. You got some probably going to some fireworks shows. Whatever you might do. A fair or something, right? Hope you guys have a great time. Hope you guys stay safe, man. Stay cool. So please take some water with you because we know it's going to be hot out, and just have a great time. I know for me, it was when I did when I was a kid, I would fireworks and everything like that. I don't know about y'all. Y'all let me know this. When y'all go to like get fireworks, y'all get bottle rockets and all of that stuff. Since they were like, I don't know how much they are now, but when I was growing up, they were like 99 cents, right? When y'all got bottle rockets, did y'all used to like take them apart and make one big ball out of it, right? And then you light it up on the 4th or before the 4th? I know some people like start popping fireworks around, usually when they first get it, but usually around like the 1st or the 2nd, they start popping fireworks and things like that. But did y'all get a big ball and make it and put that rubber band around it and just try to put all the stamps together and then try to light it? And then it'll go so quick. You ain't gonna be able to get out of there because it lights really fast and it start going off pretty fast. The Roman candles. Um, I mean, even as a kid, a little kid, you had the sparklers going around. You thought you was doing something. Um, Great times, great times. I know for me, usually my family get together every 4th, man. We have a picnic and stuff like that. Um, I know with my city, they usually do a fireworks show. It's usually the day before, or it could be like that Saturday before the 4th. So it's just a great time to sit back, relax. We all know Independence Day, and what that meant for the country. And it's just one of those holidays which you can have fun with. I would not suggest firecracker war. It's not really not safe. I don't understand why we did it as kids, but it's really not safe at all. Uh, and just be careful because there's gonna be a lot of people out and about, and they are out in the streets, having fun, popping the big explosives and everything like that. And I don't know what it is about these fireworks today. It just seems like they get louder, right? Like really, really loud. And in a way, it kind of like hurts your ears some. I don't know why. And you're not even close to it. Like you can hear it. It's like, man, my ears are ringing right now. So, uh, Man, if I have to say what was my favorite, like obviously, the bottle rockets has always been like, I mean, the bottle rockets is like the one thing as a kid you could easily get, especially you have no money. They were 99 cents. You could get like I don't know how many packs. You could pretty much get like $10, $10 worth of pack of bottle rockets, and you pretty much will be straight. You'll pretty much be straight. You'll get either you have your lighter or what is it? Those instant thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about, and that would help light the firecrackers. But I know for me, the Fourth of July, man, is being around my family, eating barbecue. Obviously, that's what we eat on the Fourth, and people grilling out on the Fourth and all of that. Um, it I just know it's just so hot. Like I don't know how people could be out in that sun like that. Um, I know this year is gonna definitely be hot. I mean, it's already hot already, but at this particular moment in time, and sometimes some people, Fourth of July, their days are kind of ruined because it rains and stuff. I know we had a few rainy Fourth of July's when I was growing up, but it still doesn't mean you can't have a great time. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't have a great time. Uh, I know my cousin would used to put on a fireworks show, but we used to go to like fireworks shows, whether it's the city, whether it was on post, whether it was a family member, whatever the case may be. We did that. We had a lot of fun with it. And but my choice was the Roman candles. Again, as kids, we did a lot of dumb stuff as kids growing up. And you had those little firecracker wars and things like that. Bottle rockets never really helped. I never understood using bottle rockets. Uh, I know the M16s. I think they you had those. Those are the best ones. I don't know what I'm talking. Don't do it, y'all. But for me, it was some Roman candles, right? The ones that's not the one that shot out 5, the one that shot out 10. Those are the ones that I enjoyed the most and stuff like that. Obviously, when it comes to the food, you know, hey, listen, you barbecuing, you got people barbecuing chicken, uh, ribs. Some people will do brisket, stuff like that. Some will have a whole hog or a half a hog. They'll barbecue that. So it's just one of those times where it's really great to spend time with your family, man. Enjoy the day. If you're off of work, please take advantage of it. I know some companies, well, most companies, they're gonna stay open. Some they're not, and stuff like that. Uh, but whatever the case may be, enjoy your day, be safe, and everything like that. Oh, what happens on the fourth? Is it that hot dog eating contest that comes on the fourth? I seen them one time. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Was it the Nathan's hot dog contest? And I don't understand how these guys and well how men and women get together, eat all those hot dogs the way they do. That looks sickening, in my opinion. That just looks sickening. And do they even chew it? They just swallow it and stuff like that. Because what I see is they dip it in, I guess, water or whatever, and I guess it helps them. I mean, I'm thinking like, man, does your stomach actually hurt after you get done eating that stuff? Whatever. It's a tradition here, so I don't really get a chance to see it because I'm like I said, I'm out with my family and everything like that. But one of those memories growing up as a kid, man, you couldn't wait. As soon as they put up the tents, they got the fireworks for sale, man. You trying to get there as soon as possible because you know that those fireworks is going to be gone. So if you don't get it early, more than likely you ain't gonna get it, especially the big packages. right? The ones that's like 150, $200, or even more, depending on what you get. Um, that's going to be uh, you got to get those early, right? Um, but yeah, man, just it's just those times where you can just see the fireworks in the sky, especially at nighttime. You know, I never understood the big stuff happening during the day. Like it doesn't have the same effect. The bottle rockets you can shoot during the day, the Roman candles you can shoot during the day. Um, but that big stuff at night, and then you see the whole neighborhood popping the fireworks and just smoke everywhere. Hey man, it's a great scene. In my opinion, it's a great scene. And I just think that I mean if I could go back and I mean it's just something about your childhood, man. Summer vacation, you ain't gotta go to school. You got the fourth going on and fireworks popping, you probably got some good music and stuff, friends, family. Come on, man. Nothing beats that. Nothing really, really beats that. So that with the fourth coming up, man, it just brought back a lot of memories as a kid and what we used to do as kids when it came to the fireworks and the fairs that we used to go to, the fireworks shows we used to see. It was just a great time when I was a kid, and I know that stuff still goes on to this day and stuff like that. Um, when you get older, it feels different, but still, great time to relax and enjoy yourself and all of that. So, do I personally think you know companies should close for the day and let people spend time with their families? Absolutely, but some want to stay open. That is their decision. Now, how long would they stay open for? They probably close early, um, and stuff like that. I know some businesses are still on regular time, still on regular time and stuff like that. So, hey, it is what it is. Can't help it, right? Definitely can't help it. But yeah, man. And here's the thing, man. I don't understand how people like in that heat. I don't understand how people drink beer in that heat. Like, because I know that's pretty much the choice. Like they outside and all that. Unless they under the shade tree. If you're under the shade tree, man, you still hot, but it's not as hot. You probably got that fan next to you to keep you cool and all of that. Okay, it makes sense. But still, it's in your system. You still gonna walk out in that heat. Man, y'all be safe, man. I don't see how people can do it. I gotta have water or I gotta have Gatorade when I'm out in this sun, because it is hot. Ridiculously hot. I hate the summer. I hate the summer. I like spring and fall better than I do the summer. Um, Going on to our next topic. The NBA draft is going on right now, and needless to say, this is not an impressive draft in the sense that the star power is not there. A lot of play. Well, here's the thing now, more so than anything else, a lot of players who get drafted now, a lot of people don't know who they are. A lot of them are international players, so you never seen them play, you never heard their names. Obviously, the teams they send scouts overseas because now that's where they're going, overseas, and to find the players because now the top players in the league are international players. And when I mean international, I mean y'all know what I mean, right? Yes, Canada is international. So you got Shea Gilders Alexander, who was, in my opinion, should have been MVP. Just my opinion, he should have been MVP. No disrespect to Jokic, um, who's also an international player, but what he did with his team, obviously should have been MVP, and he deserves it. He did more with less, essentially. Jokic, basically had the same team as last year, all-star caliber players on his team. Shea Gilders Alexander, you know, they have a really good team. It's just not the Denver Nuggets, but that's a whole different topic. But you look at uh also with Giannis and Luca, now you have Wemby, Embiid, uh international players are, I guess it's a topic. It's been a topic for a couple of years now. Are they taking over the NBA? And I think the truth of the matter is the top players in the league essentially is taking over the NBA, and now you have all these scouts that want players who are, you know, their games are already developed, they are already professional. Um, and there's nothing wrong with the college kids because a lot of them, some of them should have been, they could possibly be number one picks, but unfortunately, you now you have to be a special type of player to be a number one pick, you know. And with this particular draft class, you're not really impressed. Obviously, the talk of the draft is Bronny James, where he's going to go. He's talked about because his draft class it didn't bring much hype to it. There was no hype to it, so they got to talk about Bronny James, where he's going to go. Obviously, it's going to be to the Lakers. They're going to feel obligated to pick him at 55. So it is what it is. Y'all let me know. I think the international players are taking over the NBA, and it's we all know this is that time of the year where listen, the NBA is over with, uh, hockey wrapped up. You have baseball going on right now. The WNBA right now is the biggest story. They've been the biggest story for. I mean, take away the NFL, they're right now they're the biggest story in sports, but they were the second biggest story for like the last 2 years. I want to say 2 years. Um, Obviously with Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, um, Paige Buckner, who unfortunately tore her ACL. I hope she gets better because she's a talented player. Um, but you have the biggest topic is them being left off the USA women's team, and you got people who I think you have two truths, right? You have people speaking from both sides. Um, the women on it have been in the program. It's a basketball decision and stuff like that. Makes sense. They're going for the gold. That's the whole purpose. The others are saying, listen, if you really want to grow the WNBA, you got to put your money makers on this team. Not saying they got to play a whole lot. If you give them like 10 minutes each, right, just to be out there, if they can make an impact, people gonna know who they are. People. I mean, your whole thing is as a league, you want to obtain the casual fan in sports. That's why football is so amazing because the casual fan, whether it's on the college level, pro level, they got a team that they cheer for, right? They got a team that they cheer for, even though they might not watch football like that. They still will watch it and sit down and watch a game or two. And that's what you want with the WNBA. You want casual fans to sit down and watch a game or two, at least have these players recognized and things like that. Then highlight all the other greatness in the league. So you can have two truths. I can see from a basketball standpoint. It's Caitlin Clark, one of the best players to be on the team. Over the other ones ahead, no. Angel Reese, same thing. But at the same time, you want to grow the game. You don't have to wait another 4 years to do that because we all know the WNBA season is just summertime. And then, so what you're going to do over the next year, Caitlin Clark is not in college. Angel Reese is not in college. You know what I mean? So now you got to wait. Juju Watkins is in at USC, but she still got, 3 years left before she gets to the WNBA. So, at this point, you got to keep it going as long as you can for not only women's basketball, for the league too. So that's just my thing. And who knows? We know they'll definitely be on the next team, but with that, the ride are they on, unfortunately, is gonna take a dive. It's gonna take a dive because you're not playing as long as you think you are, And obviously, you can't change your schedule because one, you're not going to compete with the NFL. That's not going to happen. You're not beating the NFL in headlines, ratings, anything like not even college football. You're not doing that. So they just got to figure out a new way to keep this thing going. And if they figure that out, the league will be successful, man, and the players will shine a light on it. I'm a huge Asia Wilson fan, so I think she's the best player in the world, not just the league. I said the entire world, in my opinion. And yeah, it's just that's just how it is. That's what I think personally. And not only that, but I remember I got to talk to you speaking on this because during the summer, right? You have you have the Fourth of July going on, and what people don't know what else is going on too is like AAU basketball, right? That's going on during the summer, and I played AAU ball. I'm gonna tell you this: AAU, there's some good and there's a lot of bad. You know, I think one thing has to start with this organization first and foremost. I mean, it seems like it feels like there's like 500 teams, 1,000 teams, 5,000 teams in AAU ball, right? That's what it feels like. And then two, you know, it feels it's organized, but it feels more like a pickup game than anything else. You got guys who starting teams. Um, I'm not saying all coaches are bad coaches because you have some really good coaches coaching AAU, but for the most part, you got a lot of coaches who just can't coach, right? And no, it shows. And obviously when it comes to youth sports as a whole, I always talk about the biggest problem with youth sports is the parents. And sometimes you got these parents, man, they just lose it. They lose it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you see clips of and here's the thing, what these players do in AAU, they don't do in high school, like on their high school teams. I think the high school teams are more structured in terms of how they ran, in terms of the plays, the scheduling, and all that. It's more structured. AAU, it's just like it's crazy though because you could play like 3 game. Well, let's just say you could play about 6 games in 3 days. Sometimes it could be like 6 games in 2 days. You might have a morning game, afternoon game, and night game. It's just too much going on. The referees, I mean, they're overwhelmed. You got to deal with this and that and all this other stuff. It's just, and you got these players, you could tell they're not really as coached. And I think that's the reason why you see international players start taking over the NBA too, because it starts on the AAU level. Um, those overseas, you have 14, 15-year-old kids playing professional basketball. So by the time they get drafted, by the time they get drafted at 18, 19 years old, they have been a pro for at least 4 or 5 years. So it's a whole different feel. And, they come in with the pro mentality, right? Obviously, with the training and stuff of the NBA, they're going to get bigger, they're going to get stronger. Um, they're going to work on that game a lot more and stuff like that. But by the end of the day, I think on the you have the middle school level, high school level. I mean, even AAU, they down to like the first graders. Like, I don't know when they started that. You know what I mean? I didn't start playing AAU ball until I was in the sixth grade, right? Sixth grade all the way up to the summer before my senior year. And you see, I mean, you have a lot of top talent. Yeah, don't get me wrong, there's some benefits to playing AAU ball. The scouts is out there at the biggest tournaments. I mean, but then, you got some tournaments is like, why you at the tournament? You got your sub-state, state, and national. That's how it should be. then you might have some of the big tournaments, right? I remember Kentucky Hoop Fest, Indiana Shootout, stuff like that. Of course, you have the national tournament, and I could see those tournaments, but man, it's like it's a lot going on. Kids playing all these games, and you know, so many days. I think the AAU got to change some things up. Change some things up, man, and unfortunately, you can't stop whoever to start an organization, right? You just kind of wish that you have some real coaches on there. You know, you have some real coaches. I was fortunate enough to play with some real coaches because they have coached on a high school level and stuff like that. So I've, in terms of high school level, I mean like actually on the high school teams, right? So I've been fortunate enough to be around that. I remember one summer, not so much. I remember that one summer, not so much. I'm not gonna talk about that, but hopefully they change some things around and make AAU a better organization overall. All right. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in with me tonight. Once again, please follow Drinking After Dark Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, too, man, check out the podcast right here on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please enjoy. Have a safe 4th of July. And I will see you after that. All right. Until next time, I'm Darius and I'm out. Peace.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.